Good afternoon, friends. Yes, this is our lecture numbers 8. Yes, this is our lecture number 8. In last lecture, we start the Thevenin's theorem and Norton's theorem. So, we already discussed the type 1 question in Thevenin's theorem. Now, we see the type 2 question. Okay, in type 2 question, type 2 question, in that problem with problem with both both independent and डिपेंडेंट सोर्स. मैंने आपको एक होमवर्क दिया था. आई होप यू सॉल्व दैट प्रॉब्लम. सो व्हाट इज द करंट इन दैट क्वेश्चन? किसी ने सॉल्व किया उस प्रॉब्लम को? व्हाट इज द करंट? दिस इज आवर होमवर्क क्वेश्चन. यस, इसका मैंने आपको पावर फाइंड आउट करने को कहा था. पावर कंज्यूम बाय 3 ओम रेजिस्टेंस. सो हैव यू सॉल्वड इट दैट क्वेश्चन? व्हाट इज द करंट? What is the value of current in that question? Yes, anyone? What is the value of current? Yes, किसी ने सॉल्व किया उस क्वेश्चन को? See, the value of current is 5/18. ये आपका होमवर्क था, आपको सॉल्व करना है इसे. ओके, करंट की वैल्यू 5/18 एम्पियर आएंगी. एंड द पावर कंज्यूम बाय 3 ओम रेजिस्टेंस, पावर कंज्यूम बाय 3 ओम रेजिस्टर इज I square R, right? So 15/8 whole square multiply by 3. Find out the this value, that is 225/64 multiply by 3. So that much amount of power consumed by that resistor. Okay, so solve this problem and your answer must be match this. Okay, current value is 5/8. Now we solve one problem for type 2 question. So you should clear that how to proceed that question. Yes. Now see the question here and try to solve it on your notebook. So this is a 2 ohm and this is a dependent source. Identify which type of source is, and this is a terminal A and this terminal B, and here is a one resistance connected here, that is 4 ohm, and this potential is positive Vx and this is negative potential. So you need to find out the Thevenin's and Norton equivalent. Find Thevenin's and Norton's equivalent circuit. Norton's equivalent circuit between A and B. Okay, you have to find out this Norton equivalent or Thevenin's equivalent circuit across these two node. So find out. I'm also solve this problem in this, and you also solve on your notebook and match our answer. Now see, uh, this is a type 2 question. Here both independent and dependent source are present. So in type 2 question, we need to find out RTH and or RN. This is Thevenin's resistance or Norton's resistance. And how to find out? You have to open circuited the target terminal and short circuited the target terminal. Means you need to find open circuit voltage of target terminal and short circuit current of target terminal. What is here target terminal? Terminal A and B is your target terminal, right? So first of all, find out open circuit voltage. So you need to find out VOC divided by ISC, right? So by calculating these two terms, you are easily find out the RTH or RN. So let's st- start to find out VOC. What is a VOC? That is a VOC. Okay. So this is I assuming here this is a positive and this is a negative, right? So I apply here KVL. So I apply KVL here. So I can easily find out. See, when I apply KVL here in this loop, so what is a equation is that, so this is a Vx, right? So I always consider first potential of any element. So here minus Vx plus this is a voltage, dependent voltage source. So this is a minus, first terminal is minus, that's why minus 5 Vx. And now this is a open circuit voltage, right? So this is a positive and this is a negative. The first terminal I consider here, so I can say that this is a VOC. Okay, VOC. So this a first terminal is positive, that's why here positive VOC equal to 0, right? So this is nothing but the minus Vx minus 5 Vx plus VOC equal to 0. Now solve this problem, you will get VOC is equal to 6 Vx, right? VOC is equal to 6 Vx. Now you need to find out the Vx value. What is a Vx value? Now similarly, you can apply KCL here. Okay, or you can also apply here KCL. So you can easily find out this Vx term. Now this node apply, I apply here KCL, right? KCL. So what do you mean by KCL? This is a Vx potential. So what is a, I assume this is a higher potential, huh? So this is my assumption. So Vx minus 12 divided by 2 plus Vx, and this potential is minus 5 Vx, right? So minus minus plus 5 Vx, 5 Vx divided by 4 equal to 0. Now solve this problem, you will get, by solving this problem, multiply by 2, that is 2 Vx minus 24 plus 5 Vx plus Vx, that is 6 Vx, right? So 6 plus 2, that is 8 Vx is equal to 24. So what is the value of Vx? 3. Okay, I'm getting here 3 volt. Now put this value in that, so you will get VOC. VOC is equal to 6 into 3, that is 18 volt. I hope this is clear to you. Yes, anyone has any doubt? Okay, so we find out the VOC, open circuit voltage. Now second term, in second step, you need to find out ISC, right? For finding ISC, short circuited that two terminal. So here, see, for finding ISC, short circuit these two branch. So I short circuited this, so there is a ISC. Now when I short circuit these two nodes, this is a redundant element because this is parallel with this short circuit. So due to this short circuit, all current is goes from this side. Okay, so this is not in use in this circuit. So in short circuit, we need to find out the ISC, right? So apply KCL here, sorry, KVL here in second loop. So you are easily find out the short circuit current. Now see, for ISC, apply KVL in loop. So apply KVL in that loop, whole loop, that is minus 12 volt, minus 12 volt. See, this is a redundant term, right? No use in this circuit. So ISC current is flow in that circuit. So ISC into 2 ohm, this is minus 5 volt Vx, and the circuit is closed, right? Now see, minus 12 volt plus 2 ohm resistance with short circuit current minus 5 Vx equal to 0. So this is the first equation. You can also add, okay, this is the first equation, right? Mesh equation. Now for second equation, you in question this Vx term is given to you. Now apply second KVL to this loop, second KVL to this loop. Okay, so what is the equation? This is equation number 1. Now apply second KVL in this loop. So in that, this is a minus Vx minus 5 Vx equal to 0. So Vx value is here is 0 volt. So this is second. Now see how 0 volt is, we will get. See, this is, we apply in second time KCL to this. Okay, KVL to this loop. So Vx value is 0, means Vx potential has 0 potential. Then then put this value in that equation, you will get Vx term is 0. So 2 ISC equal to 12. So ISC equal to 6 ampere, right? Now you have ISC and VOC. So what is the value of RTH? RTH or RN is equal to VOC upon ISC, right? So VOC is 18 volt and ISC is 6 ampere. So what is the value of RTH? RTH value is 3 ohm. Now what is the equivalent resistance, equivalent circuit of Thevenin's and Norton's? So Thevenin's equivalent, what is the value of VOC? VOC is nothing but the VTH, right? Because this open output target terminal, which is nothing but the VTH, which is equal to here 18 volt, is connected in series with Thevenin's resistance. Here the resistance is 3 ohm across the terminal A and B, right? Similarly, Norton's equivalent circuit is a current source, short circuit current source ISC, parallel with Norton's resistance with the open output target terminal. So here target terminal is A and B. What is the Norton's current? Norton's resistance is 3 ohm, and what is the short circuit current here? 6 ampere. So uh, this is a process how to solve that problem. Similarly, this process, you can also solve this problem, which is a homework problem, right? And match your answer. So this is a type 2 problem. Now I am taking one example for type 3 problem. Okay. So you can so by solving this type 3 problem, we completed the Thevenin's theorem and Norton's theorem. Okay. See, I take Thevenin's theorem, so you can also solve this that problem with the help of Norton's theorem. For type 2 and type 3, both theorems are same, but at the final stage you need to draw the equivalent circuit, which is accordingly which you want to draw. First is Thevenin's theorem, another is Norton's theorem. But the type 1, you need to solve two separate method. For Thevenin's theorem, you need to open circuit the target terminal voltage and find out the voltage. And for current for Norton's theorem, you need to short circuit that target terminal, right? On which you need to find out the ISC or IN, Norton's current. I explained this type 1 question in my last class. You can also watch that video if you have any doubt. Now see the type 3 question. Type 3 question is problem with problem with only dependent sources. सी, ऐसा कोई भी सर्किट नहीं है जो अपने आप से एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस करे इन अ सर्किट, राइट? डिपेंडेंट सोर्स कब सर्किट प्रोवाइड करता है सर्किट में, एनर्जी कब प्रोवाइड करता है सर्किट में, जब वो पहले से ही चार्ज हो, राइट? सो दिस टाइप्स ऑफ प्रॉब्लम, द सर्किट इज ऑलरेडी इन यूज एंड सडनली द पावर सप्लाई इज कट डाउन. ओके, पावर सप्लाई बंद करने पे जो डिपेंडेंट सोर्स जो एनर्जी उसके पास रहती है, वही एनर्जी वो सर्किट में रिलीज करता है. सो दैट टाइप्स ऑफ प्रॉब्लम इज कम अंडर दिस टाइप 3 प्रॉब्लम. So never be confused. This is already excited circuit, and we remove that our independent source. So that circuit is run by that dependent source. Okay, and you can easily observe by applying some external uh, known voltage or current source. See here, what is first of all, see the what are the statement here. Such network can't work on their own as there is no independent active element to drive them. In such network, uh, VTH is equal to, in such network VTH is equal to 0 volt, and short circuit current means Norton's current is 0 ampere. However, they have resistance, means they don't have any Thevenin's voltage or Norton's current, but they have Thevenin's resistance and Norton's resistance. This resistance, and in that question, you they mainly asked what is the equivalent resistance, right? Thevenin's resistance or Norton resistance. So in this resistance can be indirectly determined by Ohm's law, by externally exciting them, where RTH or Rn equal to 1 volt divided by IT, or VT divided by 1 ampere. Now see, when you use this 1 voltage 1 volt voltage source is connected across the target terminal, and this is a current supplied by that voltage source in the circuit. And similarly, when you apply the 1 ampere current source across that target terminal, what is the voltage of that target terminal is provided in a circuit, that will be put here. So by this you will find out the RTH and RN. Okay, so this is a concept of symmetricity, relativity, so by which you can externally excited the network and observe what is the respective current. And for finding the resistance, you need to take the ratio of voltage and current, so by which you can easily find out the Thevenin's resistance and Norton's resistance, or Norton's resistance. Both are same. Now I take one example here, and see, here is a Norton's equivalent and Thevenin's equivalent and Norton equivalent circuit are nothing but the RTH, because both RTH or RN, right? Because voltage and current both are zero here. VTH equal to 0 volt, IN equal to 0 ampere. So actually this circuit is not exists, but when circuit is used with independent sources and suddenly power is cut down, then that circuit is come into the existence, and we need to find out the resistance for that circuit. Now see the one problem here, and try to solve this problem also. Okay, you need to find out the VTH and sorry, you need to find out the RTH, equivalent Thevenin's resistance across the terminal A and B. So see, this is a 2 ohm, and this is V naught, this is 1 ohm, and this is a current source of voltage dependent current source, and this is a 4 ohm resistance, and this is a terminal A and terminal B, and this is your VT. So actually this is given to you in your question. Okay, and you need to find out the Thevenin's Thevenin's and Norton's equivalent circuit, Norton's equivalent between A and B. So sir, the question asks in your exam such type. Okay, ऐसा कोई सर्किट आपको दिया रहेगा, ऐसे कोई भी दो टर्मिनल के अक्रॉस आपको इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट ड्रॉ करने को कहा जाएगा, या फिर फाइंड आउट द इक्विवेलेंट रेजिस्टेंस। ओके, ऐसा कहा जाएगा। सो हाउ टू प्रोसीड दैट क्वेश्चन? See, this is a type 3 question for Thevenin's theorem, right? Here only dependent source is given to you. So here you can excited this network by adding uh, one volt 1 volt source, by connecting the 1 voltage source here, or by connecting 1 ampere source here. So I, in first case, in this case, I connected 1 ampere. I connected 1 ampere source here, right? 1 ampere source, 1 ampere, right? And you need to find out the what is the voltage VT across that 1 ampere sources. By once you find out the VT, then take this two ratio, you can easily find out the what is the equivalent resistance. Now see, this is a 1 ampere's current source, so 1 ampere is goes in this circuit. So what is our potential develop across the element is, this is a positive and this is a negative. Now this is 1 ampere and this is a 2 ampere 2 v naught current source. So apply KCL here, KCL here. So here the current is 1 plus 2 v naught, right? 1 plus 2 v naught. So this is a positive potential and this is a negative, and this is v naught, positive and negative, which is already given to you. Now apply KVL here in outer loop. So apply KVL in this loop, or you can say at mesh loop. Mesh, what is the equation? First potential is minus VT, minus VT plus, this is a 1 ampere, so this is a 4 ohm, 1 into 4, that is 4 volt, right? First terminal is positive, and this is a 1 ohm, and 1 ohm is multiplied by this amount of current, so equal to the that amount of voltage, that is 1 plus 2 v naught, right? And this is this multiplied by these two, so you will get v naught, or I can directly written here v naught, which is already defined here. Okay, which is equal to 0. Now solve this. Minus VT goes that side, it will be positive VT, and 4 plus 1 5, 2 plus 1 3, so 3 V naught plus 5 equal to VT. That is one equation 1. Okay, so this is equation 1. Now see, the second term is our aim to find out the VT, right? Now apply KVL here, apply KVL here, or apply, now apply KVL here.
So,
Yes.
from where that last V naught is coming, the 2 V naught plus V naught.
Wait a second, I will check. That is VT plus 1 is 4 volt, and 2 V naught plus 1. 2 V naught plus 1, that is into 1, equal to this, and multiply by 2. Yes, sorry, equation goes wrong. Yes, this 2 is multiplied by 1 plus 2 V naught, right? Equal to 0. Now solve that. VT plus 5 plus 2 V naught plus 2 plus 4 V naught equal to 0. 4 plus this 6 v naught, and 5 plus 2 7 v naught, 7. Okay, so this is VT plus 6 v naught plus 7, so equal to 0, and it will be VT is equal to 7 plus 6 v naught, right? Now see, what is the value of this. Now see, what is the value of this v naught. V naught is a voltage drop across this 2 ohm resistance. So what is the relation between them? Now this v naught is equal to current. What is the current flowing in that? 1 plus 1 plus 2 v naught multiplied by 2, right? This is our voltage, this is a drop which is given in your question. So solve this, you will get 2 plus 4 v naught, and this is v naught, When you solve it, you will get this v naught goes to that side or this goes that side. You will get minus 3 v naught, and v naught is equal to minus 2 by 3, right? When you solve this, now put that value in this equation. Put that value in this equation. You will get vt is equal to 7 plus 7 plus 6 and put that value, that is minus 2 v by 3. When you solve this, you will get this 3 2s are 6, 2 2s are 4, 7 minus 4 is 3, 3 volt, right? So vt is 3 volt. And what is the value of rth or rn across the target terminal, which is nothing but the vth divided by 1 ampere source, right? 1 ampere, so vt is equal to 3 ohm. I hope this is clear to you. When you draw the equivalent circuit, you simply draw this. Okay, so this is your 3 ohm across the terminal of a and b. I hope this process is clear to you.
Sir,
So
when we will, how we will decide that when we have to take 1 ampere source or 1 volt source
sir,
across AB?
yes, it is depend on the questions. If you consider here one 1 volt source, it is also means आपका आंसर तो आएगा बट प्रोसेस लेंदी हो जाएंगी. ओके, सो आप कोई भी assumption लो, you will get answer, but the process involved in that, it goes increase depending on the question. सी अगर मैंने यहाँ पे 1 वोल्ट सोर्स लिया रहता, सो तब भी in that case I need to find out what is the current flowing in that. Okay, so so उसमें क्या होता था, फिर मेरे को यहाँ पे KCL यूज़ करना पड़ता था. सो यहाँ पे मेरे को एक assumption लेना पड़ता था, what is the value of something new voltage, and this voltage minus that 1 volt divided by this. So you are finding the current to flowing through this branch, and similarly this, and similarly this. So process are maybe different, but your answer, whatever you will get, that is same. So uh, for this question I take 1 ampere source, so that is quite easy for me, because when I take 1 ampere source, I see this current is already मीन्स ये करंट इस ब्रांच में जाएगा, और ऑलरेडी देयर इज अ वन करंट डिपेंडेंट सोर्स है, सॉरी करंट सोर्स अवेलेबल है. सो दिस इज इजी टू अप्लाई KCL हेयर, एंड दैट that once you get this, so you can apply KVL here. So the conclusion is that it is dependent on the types of question is given to you, and you need to observe which method is quite uh, quick and easy for you for solving that question. So here I take 1 ampere source. You can also solve that problem with taking 1 voltage source, and in that case you need to find out the current. So that is your homework, try to solve that problem. Okay, so here
Yes,
I
sir.
see here.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you again explain the first equation that minus VT plus 4?
Okay,
Uh,
see, in that first equation I take 1 ampere source here. So any source, this is a current source, right? So some potential also involved in that. So if I take 1 ampere source, so uh, what is the potential I consider here is VT. So this 1 ampere is go through this branch. ये करंट इस ब्रांच में फ्लो करेगा, तो व्हाट इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट इज this side, right? Direction of current is this side. And this is a current source, voltage dependent current source. The direction is for this current source is also given to you. Now apply KCL here. KCL, sum of means what incoming current is equal to outgoing current, right? So ये incoming current है और ये आपका outgoing current है. So what is 1 plus this 2 V naught? This is your total current for this branch. So first of all, observe the direction of current and mark the polarity of the element. Okay, so by this I observe the direction of current and mark the polarity. So for this 4 ohm resistance, this is a positive and this is a negative. Okay, and for this is a positive and this is your negative. For that 2 ohm resistance, this is a positive and this is your negative. Now once you mark the polarity of that element, then apply the KVL. I always consider the first polarity of the element. Now see the what is the first polarity of this current source is. See, when you apply KVL always deal with voltage drop, right? Voltage drop, which is nothing but the resistance into R I current, right? ये आपके दिमाग में होना चाहिए. So here current source is given to you. So this is VT. First potential is minus VT, minus, so minus VT plus this potential is uh, current is 1 ampere and this is a 4 ohm. So 4 into 1, that is 4 volt, right? This is 4 into 1 is equal to 4 volt. So I directly written here 4 volt. Four. And when I see here, this is 1 ohm and this is a total current. So 1 ohm multiplied by this current, you will get voltage, right? So I directly written here 1 plus 2 V naught. And similarly, this is a 2 ohm resistance, this is a resistance, and this is a current. Okay, so according to this first polarity, this is a positive, that's why this is positive. So I hope this equation is clear. Now solve this equation, you will
Yes,
get
sir.
this. So
Yes, sir. Understood.
हाँ, तो कोई भी आप जैसे केवीएल यूज करते हो तो उसमें दो ही स्टेप इंपॉर्टेंट है. फर्स्ट, टू फाइंड द डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट एंड मार्क द पोलैरिटी. एंड सेकंड, अप्लाई द केवीएल प्रॉपरली. मीन्स आप फर्स्ट पोलैरिटी कंसिडर कर रहे हो या सेकंड पोलैरिटी कंसिडर कर रहे हो. इफ योर assumption goes wrong, then you will get the answer in minus. Okay, then change the your direction of that KVL or direction of current. I hope this is clear to you. Now, see one example. Now, see, this is an example. Second example, and try to answer this. After that, after this example, we will see the maximum power transfer theorem. So, 4 ohm. Try to solve it. Find the equivalent resistance across these two terminals. Yes, solve it. You can solve. I am explaining here. Okay. In that case, I will take here 1 volt. In previous example, I will take 1 ampere. Here I will take 1 volt, right? That is a positive. This is a positive, this is negative. 1 volt. And I need to find out the IT, that is target current, target terminal current. Now see, this is a direction is given to you, that is IX, and then apply here KCL. KCL, this is the incoming, and so what is the current here? IT minus of IX, right? total minus of remaining. So mark the polarity of this 4 ohm positive negative, and mark the polarity of this 2 ohm positive and negative, and the direction is upward, so mark that 1 ohm polarity and apply KVL here. So in first case I apply here. Now in loop 1, so what is the equation? Consider is first polarity, that is minus 1 plus 1 it plus 2 ix equal to 0. You can simplify this, you will get this equation. So this is your equation number 1. Now apply KVL here, apply KVL here in second loop. You will get what is the total current flowing in that loop, that is 4 it minus of ix plus 10 ix. Now see, what is the first polarity is minus, so minus 2 ix equal to 0. Solve this, you will get 4 it minus 4 ix plus, this is 10 ix minus 2x, that is 8 ix equal to 0. When you solve this, you will get 4 it plus 4 ix equal to 0. You will get it is equal to minus ix, right? It is equal to minus ix. Now put this value in that. Now put this value in equation 1. So what is the equation 1? Equation 1 is, you need to find out it, right? It. So replace ix. It. You need to find it. So replace ix. So ix is minus it equal to 1. When you solve this is minus 2 it. So it is equal to 1 minus 2 is minus 1, right? So this is a minus 1. I hope this is clear. Now it value is minus 1, means the direction of current is change. We take the direction in upward side, right? And the polarity of that voltage source is plus minus. So in actual, what is the polarity of that voltage? In actual, the polarity of that voltage source is minus plus. This is a correct polarity, and the direction of current across that terminal A and B is downward direction, I of t. That is a correct polarity. Okay, correct polarity. So first of all, we assume this polarity. When once we get the direction of current, see, this is your assumption, and this current we will get in terms of minus. So change the polarity of that current. So what is the equivalent or Thevenin's resistance is Rth is equal to Vt divided by It, right? So Vt we assume 1 volt, and what is the current is 1 ampere, which is 1 ohm. See, resistance is never be in terms of minus, so change your direction of current. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so that two example I taken here, and one example is for your homework for type 2. अगर इसमें किसी को भी कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आती है, so you can ask. I will solve that problem in your class. Okay. Now we will see the another theorem, that is a maximum power transfer theorem. सी, अभी जितने भी हम प्रॉब्लम ले रहे हैं, दिस इज फॉर द डीसी सर्किट. ओके, The similar step is applied for the AC circuit also. Okay, when we study the AC circuit analysis, in that we see the same theorems for AC network also. Okay, so what is the theorem? This maximum power transfer theorem. Transfer theorem in DC network. In DC network. So for this maximum power transfer theorem, here we will see the for DC network. For AC network, there are complex the resistance or impedance in complex form. So in that case, there are two three cases are involved in that theorem, in this theorem. But here we will deal only for the DC network. Okay, so in this uh, you can follow the statement from that book I written here in shortly. See, this theorem is valid for any linear active bilateral network, bilateral bilateral network consisting of consisting of number of energy sources with with their with their internal resistance, with their internal resistance. Okay, resistance is driving an external load. Internal resistance driving an external load. So here you need to find out the what is a condition to that external load is consume the maximum power from the given circuit or given network. Okay, so this is a basic statement. You can also you can follow the complete statement from the book. Okay, so here I simply taken one voltage source practical voltage source. See, this is a your voltage source is given to you in your exam or in your practical. When you take practical application in your lab, there is one practicals also in your lab. See, this is a source resistance, and this is a load resistance. Whatever load is connected to that to any to your source. Okay, whatever the load is connected to your source, so that voltage that resistance means वो रेजिस्टेंस कितना रखोगे, सो आपका लोड मैक्सिमम पावर ड्रॉ कर सके सोर्स से. ओके, सो दैट विल बी डिपेंडेंट ऑन दिस इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस. So what is the condition now? See, what is the load current? First of all, we find out the load current which require the load. IL कितना होगा यहाँ पे? Source voltage divided by total resistance. Okay, that is your load current. When you see the power formula of power across that load, power is equal to I square R, right? So here I is IL square into RL, that is your load. And replace this to this equation. So Vs divided by Rs plus RL का whole square, right, multiply by RL. Now for the Pmax, power transferred to the load at Pmax condition. So how to find out that condition? By derivating this with that resistance, load resistance, right? किसी भी एलिमेंट का अगर मैक्सिमम आपको वैल्यू निकालना है तो यू नीड टू डेरिवेट दैट. So when you derivate this equation and equate with the zero, you are finding the condition, at what condition the maximum power is delivered to that load. Now when you solve this or derivate this equation, you will get I directly written here. You solve and match your answer with this. Vs square rs plus rl square multiply by 1 into r2 r2 into 2 rs plus rl divided by rs plus r4 का whole power of 4 equate to 0. When you solve it, you will get 2rl rs plus rl to rs plus rl square. Now due to टाइम कम है इसलिए मैं डायरेक्ट लिख रहा हूँ, बट यू नीड टू सॉल्व इट, ओके, एंड आई नीड टू कंप्लीट within 10 lecture of this unit. So this is a condition when the load resistance is equal to source resistance, then only the maximum power is transferred to that load. And when you put this to the pmax, okay, you will get vs square divided by 4rs. Now see how you will get this. Now see here, when these two terms are equal, right, जब ये दोनों टर्म इक्वल होंगे, so this two term is equal, so here is 2 rs or rl. When you square that, 2 will become 4, right? That's why here is 4 rs, and this one term from this is cancel out. तो नेट आपके पास क्या बचेगा, वी एस स्क्वायर बाय 4 rs. And see, this rs means somehow this rs, you can also say that this is rth or rn. Why you can say that? See, this is a, observe that network, this is a Thevenin's equivalent circuit, right? This is a Thevenin's equivalent circuit. That's why we are called as this vs as a vth and this rs as rth. I hope this is clear to you, and this is your one formula by which you can easily find out the maximum power transfer to the load. Now in general, see, in general condition, this is a, according to your statement, this is a linear active bilateral network is given to you, and one load resistance. See, this symbol is, it is a variable load resistance, right? Now when this pmax is occur to that load, pmax occur to that load is if rl equal to rth. अगर ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई करती है, देन ओनली द pmax is transferred to that load. And what is the formula we already seen in above, that is vth square divided by 4 rth, and this is in terms of watt. And when you observe this in terms of graph, you will find out such that power delivered by the load, power dissipated by the load divided by sorry with load resistance. So you will see that your graph is such that, so this is a maximum power delivered to that load, and this occurs only when your load resistance is equal to source, this internal resistance or rth, and this is your pmax. When this condition is happen, और जब ऐसी कंडीशन होती है, वहाँ पे क्या होता है, एट दैट कंडीशन, एट पी मैक्स your output efficiency, or you can say that, see, I am written here in terms of statement, during pmax Pmax transfer to load. Output efficiency is output efficiency is 50%. Output efficiency is 50%, and during Pmax transfer to load, 50% of supply voltage supply voltage appears across load. Now this is your homework. Why this 50% is came 50% से ज़्यादा क्यों नहीं होता है, ये आपका होमवर्क है. Find out that. And one more thing you need to find the if means इक्विवेलेंट जो आपका फ्रीक्वेंसी होती है, जो आपकी हीटर फ्रीक्वेंसी होती है, राइट, इन इंडिया, दैट विल बी 100 hertz. That is same related to same for this maximum power transfer thing. Okay, you are finding these two terms. That frequency term I will ask in another class. So ये आपको फाइंड करना है कि इसकी 50% ही क्यों होती है. एंड हेयर आई विल गिव यू वन होमवर्क एंड ट्राई टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. इफ यू नो, सी यहाँ पे सिमिलर सेम ही है. व्हाट पावर मैक्सिमम पावर ट्रांसफर थ्योरम क्या पूछता है, आपको पावर मैक्सिमम फाइंड आउट करना है. सो फॉर दैट यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट द VTH, राइट, Thevenin's voltage, and this Thevenin's resistance. And we already seen how to find out the Thevenin's voltage and Thevenin's resistance across the target terminal. For this is your target terminal. First of all, remove that target terminal and find out these two terms, VTH and RTH. Once you are finding that terms, you can easily find out the power maximum to that load. And also you can set the condition for what value of this internal resistance or this load resistance should be such that when the maximum power is transferred to the load. For here this is a variable, that's why it is adjustable, right? But some of the cases the load resistance is not adjustable. So in that case, what is a provision, we can see in our upcoming lecture. So take one example and try to solve it. I will give you, सी मैं यहाँ पर आपको दो क्वेश्चन देता हूँ. यू नीड टू सॉल्व इट एंड फाइंड आउट द resistance. Okay, resistance, you need to find out the resistance, at what value of resistance maximum power transfer to that resistance. Okay, so this is very simple problem. I hope you are easily find out that. This is the problem number 1. You need to find out the value of resistance for which maximum power transfer. Okay, find value of resistance for which maximum Pmax is transferred to it. Okay, and second problem is this, that is 60 volt and 6 ohm resistance is given to you. This is your 2 ohm. This is RL. This is 2 ohm. This is 3 ohm. So here you need to find out the value of RL also, and and also find the Pmax transfer to that load. Okay, So here also you need to find P max. So that is two problem, you need to solve it, and I will ask this answer of this two question in your next class. Okay, if anyone has any doubt regarding this, you need to ask. Okay, आपको पूछना है अगर आपको कहीं पे भी डाउट आता है. See, I will take your one quiz once we completed this all unit, this first unit. I will take two quiz. Okay. मैं सोच रहा था कि आपका क्विज के ऊपर से आपकी इंटरनल मार्किंग सेट करूँ, मीन्स आपका परफॉर्मेंस जैसा होगा उस क्विज में. 20 मार्क का क्विज होगा, जैसे 20 मार्क का हमारा इंटरनल होता है आपके लिए. सो दैट मार्क्स विल बी डिसाइडेड ऑन योर क्विज. सो यू नीड टू प्रैक्टिस मोर. इफ you anyone has any doubt, please ask. Once this unit completed, I will take one quiz. Okay, I will inform you later. Yes, you can leave now, or anyone has any doubt, you can ask. Okay, no doubt. So I can leave. Close them. Should I close the meeting? Okay. Okay. Thank you for all.